is Fátima, and I'm talking to you from Ontario, Canada. First of all, thank you for all the people that have been following me and subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate that. It's a motivation. And welcome to the new viewers too. Normally I try to do this vlog once a month, but I think the last one I did was in October. And the reason why we didn't do it before is first because I was trying to finish the Mystery Fibre podcast or blog, and we ran into some issues. Because we live in the middle of the woods, we have very little internet and very expensive internet and very slow internet. So normally for us to upload our videos, my husband goes to the library in Bracebridge, and he stays there the whole day and uploads 3 videos, like my videos and his videos. But our problem is, first, Bagheera, one of our pets, one of our babies, she would start limping. We took her to the vet. They gave some medication. It didn't work, though we took her again. And they noticed that she had a cancer in one of the toes on her paw. And they organized to amputate that toe the following day. Like they did an x-ray and they saw that the cancer had already taken the first and second articulation of the toe, and this part was good, so they thought that if they amputate that part, she would be good, and she seems good. But the thing is, she had to have her paw in Epsom salt and water 4 to 5 times a day, and I couldn't do it by myself, so my husband couldn't stay the whole day away. He had to be here so that we would be sure that she would have her paw there for 5-10 minutes 4 or 5 times a day. And then after that, we decided to paint the house. We were looking outside and we said, oh, if the wall was a dark wall, it would look like a picture frame, and it really looks good. So we painted the walls a dark gray, and we also are finally finishing the trims on the windows with a metal thing. And we had guests, so it was not possible to do the podcast or even to go upload it. So finally last week we uploaded the Mystery Fleece, and this week we are doing the podcast because Christmas is coming. So I'm going to start today with the finished projects. Finished projects that I have is the Alina shawl from Paula Pereira, and it is beautiful. So beautiful that I was thinking of giving it, but I love it, so maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. So this is the right side. So the shawl is sort of a triangle with 2 wings on each side. And it's really, really beautiful. It's just garter stitch mostly, and then you have this details on it. And it is easy to knit. The only thing is, because you are counting constantly, you have to be paying attention. So in this area here where you have the wings, you do a lot of short rows. So you have to do, to count and go back, count and go back. So for this reason, it's a knitting that is not TV friendly. But it turned out really nice. I think that normally it would be a little bit wider, but because I used smaller needles, smaller size needles, because I like the texture, it is not as wide, but I did block it, and it is beautiful. It's really beautiful. So I'm not sure yet if this is going to be a gift or not, because I really, really liked it. It's very nice. So this is my, oh, and by the way, this was part of a cow that Mariana, made. She's a Portuguese YouTuber, and this cow was really nice. And the details of this cow that made it so nice is that, first of all, you could knit anything. There was no decision on what you had to knit. Second of all, you didn't need to finish your cow, so no stress there. And most important, we had 10 meetings, I think 7 in Zoom and 3 on Instagram. That was really, really nice because we were able to talk real time with the people that were doing the cow. And many of them are YouTubers, Portuguese YouTubers. So it was really a nice experience to be with them and to talk and to know them and know other people. It was amazing. So this is my cow finished. It was really nice. And since I'm talking about cows, this is another Portuguese YouTuber, is Nana. And every October she does sock cows. So I did my cow this in October for her, this sock. It was like a struggle. So first of all, I had bought a pattern from Birkabola to knit to my sister, and I had knitted up to here, and then I tried to put it on. It didn't fit. I changed the yarn, so then I decided I was not going to be able to finish in 1 week. So I got another sock yarn that I had, and I started, but because it was a variegated yarn, you could hardly see the braids. And so I changed to this, and I finally was able to finish it. And it's a nice pair of socks. It's very pretty. It's from a book from Ann Budd. And what I decided to do for myself is to put a challenge to try to knit 1 sock a week, because of that book, 52 Weeks of Socks. I don't know if I'll be able to, but it's from what I decided is that I would try to knit all the socks from this book, because they all have different constructions. So this is a top-down sock, and what I like about it is that you are knitting and you do not have to pick up stitches. And I had done 2 other pair of socks that had the same construction, but this one, because of how the pattern works, was really easy to understand how it works for you to get the socks without having to pick up a stitch. It's really cool. So I really like that. So this is my second finished project. My other finished project is my I forgot the name now. But it's from Kate Davis, and this is from the Mystery Fleece. I haven't blocked it, and I thought that maybe I could make the sleeves a little bit bigger, but I'm thinking that maybe when I block it will grow. So I leave it like that. Anyway, I do have leftover. I still had leftover, so I could undo this and make it longer. But I am kind of happy. I really like Kate Davis sweaters, like cardigans. It's the second one that I knitted, and I do love her constructions. This is a top-down if you watch the Mystery Fleece. So I really love it, and I wanted it to wear with dresses, and it's nice and warm. I like the texture. That's the other reason I don't like to block sweaters. But so that's it. It's done, and I'm very happy the fleece, it turned out really good. This one is an old project that I finished, but because I had to do it and then do it so many times, it's a lace, and I think the problem is me with lace, that I have to pay more attention. I didn't block it because I couldn't see it for a while. And then I washed it, and I decided to wash it, to really soak it in the water, even though it was alpaca. I don't think it grew that much. And really, you have to block lace, because now that I blocked, you can really see the pattern. And the only thing I do is I just stretch it on a towel and I leave it there. I don't put any wire or anything. Maybe I should go deeper, but I really like it how it turned out. So I wanted to show it done properly, finished, that is, with a thing. So when I was doing my Alina, I decided to weave in the ends of all the things that I had, and that was a good one. So I needed a quick project. So this is a cormo fleece that I had before, and this cormo fleece was in violet, kind of a blue violet that I didn't like. And so I overdyed it with yellow, and I got this beautiful green that is not as solid, but it's really nice. And so I decided to do this. This is a free pattern, but it's in Portuguese, and it's from Bola de Pelo Criações. It's a Portuguese designer, and I thought this was really cool. I really like it. And what I did is I reduced the number of stitches, because I wanted something that I would easily have it or covering my nose when it's cold, but at least something that would be really covering my neck, because the original pattern was a little bit larger, and so this would be down, more decorative, I guess, but I prefer to have something that is protecting my neck. So this is really nice. I really like this. And I would say my final almost finished project is this cup warmer. And this is part of a course, because my guild asked me to talk to them about sticking. And so I decided to watch a video that I had for a while. It's from Craftsy. It's a class from Craftsy, and it's very good. In that video, she talks about knitting with the two hands and stuff. What didn't work to me, because I knit Portuguese style, so I have my different way to do collar work. But the thing is, it was very, very interesting on how you do how sticking is more than just securing the points. So you have 3 ways of securing your points and your stitches, or 4, because I'm also following another person that has a different way. But you can secure stitches by sewing. You can secure stitches with with slip stitch crochet slip stitch, or singles. And I really like the crochet slip stitch, because it works really fine. But what I thought was more interesting on that is that she teaches you the 3 ways. And lately I've been following a podcaster in English, and she works with Fair Isle, all things Fair Isle. And she's crazy for Jameson yarn. But let me just see. Well, I'm going to put her name in the description. And it's very interesting. She also has some free patterns, at least one on, I think, episode 4. That was very good. But going back to this class, what I liked is that she teaches you where to pick up the stitches and how to pick up the stitches. So I never liked to pick up stitches, and I didn't quite understand how to pick up the stitches. So by doing this course with her, it really told me where to pick up the stitches and what are the effects that you're going to get if you get both sides of the stitch that is here or not. So that was really, really nice. The other thing is that when you pick up the stitches in the right place, automatically the part that was sticked will fold. So this makes the perfect turn for the project. As you can see here, it's very, very nice. And the other thing is that she was teaching 2 ways for you to protect the part that is, as a matter of fact, 3, because one of them she put ribbon here to cover this part, and the other is our mattress stitch or just a regular stitch. So I thought that was very, very good, and I'm very glad that my guild asked me to talk about it, because I had to learn, and now I see the mistakes I did in previous projects, and I will use this for my next project. So as in finished objects, I think this was it. Oh, and also when I was doing this, when I was making this, I had leftover yarn, and I need a hat that is very soft. It's formal, so it's very, very soft. It's very nice, and I did a hat, but I already given it to Kenneth, that is my friend. He came here with his mom, and our family friend, and I gave him the hat, and he really liked. So Mihaly is going to put a picture here or here somewhere of the hat. It turned out really great and soft. I still have a little bit left over, but I don't know if I'll be able to finish it, to use it for a whole hat. Okay, so now works in projects. I've been in a very edgy phase, so I feel like starting things all the time. And then I get a little bit frustrated because I'm not finishing them. So anyway, I'm going to start with some of the projects. I have spun a yarn that is half what I normally use to make my rugs, and I spun it to make it a blanket on the loom. But because we were never having the loom finished, I decided that I needed to empty the space that I have, and I needed to knit a blanket for Mihaly. Mihaly always liked the Bay Hudson blankets that normally they are woven, right? But they are like with a big white, and then they have the 4 stripes. So I have dyed the 4 colors, and I'm doing it. It goes considerably fast, but because they're very thick needles, it hurts a little bit. But I wanted something that was large enough, and this is large enough. So I get it, I knit a little bit, and then I stop. So right now I'm trying to open this so that I can show it open to you. Right now I am going to the part that is all white, and then after I start doing it again. But if you can see, it can easily covers. And it's in that good part that when you're knitting, it is warming you up. So this is one of my working process project, and I'm glad I have this big very big project bag. And I use these project bags all the time. Not only for project bag, but I go out and I take them with me. Okay, so this is one. This is the other one that I had done the hat. And then for the guild meeting, I decided to prepare, and this is the crochet slip stitch that I did to protect the line, but I decided not to cut yet because I want to cut it when I'm ready to pick up the stitches. And to pick up the stitches, I'll have to have the whole sweater ready. So I started it, and my friend Soraya, she normally worked with jewelry, and I had this is glass, but those were from a necklace from my mother, and it broke, and I had the little beads, and I love them. But first of all, I don't wear jewelry in general, and I asked her if she could make them for me, and she did make them for me, and it's really nice to work with them. Like, I'm always thinking of my mom when I'm knitting. And then she also gave me other stitch markers that she went crazy and she started doing them. So they're very, very nice. Her store, she's finishing her project. It's not ready yet. When she's ready, then I'll put a link for her shop. But it was very nice that she did this for me. And so I started working on it again. It's going to take some time, but now I am finally working on the cardigan itself. It's a top down. I just did everything together, and I think I had already shown that I had KitchenAid stitch on the top. So yeah, it's pretty good. I have everything, all the colors that I need in this project bag, and my yarns are, like, my balls are 150 to 200 grams each, so this is good. And it's working slowly. So the other project that I have is this one. Because I have started a lot of projects, this is the last project that I have started, and it's another pair of socks of the same book. I'll put a link of the book here. I have a digital form of it. So this sock was to be knitted as a double knitting. So the pattern is for you to have both socks at the needle and work double knitting, one stitch one sock, one stitch the other sock. I needed something, a project that I thought I could finish fast. So to knit both as double knitting would not work because, there are chances that the socks would stick together and stuff. I said it's not worth it. But I wanted to knit the socks because I thought it was cute how they were the opposite, right? Mirror socks. So that's what I'm doing. I normally knit the socks like I knit the cuff for both, and then I knit the body, and then I knit this part, the heel. But I'm not sure I'm going to do that just because for this heel, I had a little bit leftover yarn, separate from this. And these are leftovers. This is from my Alina shawl, and this is from another pair of socks that I did for this book. So I think I'm going to finish this sock first, or at least up to the part that I use this yarn, and then I'll do the other. But I'm pretty happy. So I have, where is my, here. I have a mama bear and a baby bear of the same project bag, and I do like them a lot. So then after that, because I wanted, before I even start knitting that, I wanted to knit something fast, and my husband said, why don't you knit a Fair Isle hat? So I got the Kate Davis hat that was a free pattern. I don't know if it still is. And I started knitting it. And I had bought this year a few of Jamieson's Shetland Spindrift that I wanted to try. And I decided to use it. I'm not that happy, and one of the reasons, and this is a Gotland top that I have spun myself. This is a 3-ply, and normally the Jamieson is a 2-ply, but my 3-ply looks the same as their 2-ply. So I decided to use the gray, and as you can see, I have a lot of stitch markers that my friend Soraya gave me, a lot of them. And it was funny because I was looking for a stitch marker for another project, and I said, I don't have any stitch marker available. But then I have a bag full of those simple plastic ones there, but now I'm spoiled. I want the beautiful ones. And I do think it makes a difference to knit with the beautiful ones, because it's so pleasurable to get to that point where you did and you have that. So another thing of this hat that discouraged me a little bit is that, first of all, if you look, the gray overwhelms everything. You almost don't see the other colors in the thing. So I thought I could make one in gray and one with the Cheviot yarn that I have spun to use with this gray, and that would look, and I could compare both. The second thing is that I was making mistakes and I couldn't understand why, and I would catch them only on the second row. And then I figured out, okay, it's because I didn't put the stitch markers between each repeat. And then that makes sense. I still make mistakes, but then I catch the mistakes in the same repeat. So I have to remember to use that. So this is my other working project. And this one, I told my husband I need another project bag for. So I normally make my husband's thick yarn things, and this is definitely washed yarn, because it's even hard to keep it on a row. But it's a very soft, it's the yarn I bought in Newfoundland, and I started, we finally figured out what pattern we wanted to get, and so I am starting with this, but it takes forever. And I thought, when I started this, I thought, I was watching another Portuguese podcast that is called Between Cups and Stitches, and one of the podcasters said, oh, I finished all my Christmas gifts. And lately, my husband and I, we buy what we want for Christmas gifts. So I decided what I want, and we got it. And he decided what he wanted, and he got it. But I thought it would be nice to make him for Christmas a sweater, and that was, I think, last week or so. And then I started knitting it, and there's no way I would finish it before Christmas. So, and I also have to make calculations because my gauge is different. But it started. I'm using this bag that he made me for now with only one row. And the pattern is a free pattern from Drops that I will just, it's a vanilla sweater, and I'm going to just add the pattern stitch that he wants. It's from an old book that I have since my teenagehood. It is like a Bible, it's Portuguese, and that's what I'm going to do. So I had started this sweater. I saw something that Jorge Locatelli had done, but hers was different. Hers was a V, and it started like this, and I said, oh, I'm going to do this for Paula. And then I saw another stitch from another pattern in a sock that you start with the rib one by one, and then you do 1 and 3, 1 and 3, and I thought it turned out nice. I started doing this, but then I didn't think that this was nice. So I didn't undo it yet, but I decided to start another sweater. And this is from Michelle Wang. And Michelle Wang has an interweave, a collection, a few years ago, I think. And mostly they are oversized patterns, but Paula likes oversized patterns. So I decided that I would try making it for her. And it's pretty good. I'll put a link to the book too. But I just started, and because my gauge was different and I wanted to use this, I made some calculations, and I'm trying to go with them. It's a very simple sweater. It's bottom up, and it's not with the sleeves, instead of going straight, it even increases here. So you're gonna have some wings, not only straight fabric, wings, and then from there you need the sleeves. And everything is supposed to be oversized. And I looked at it and I thought it was really beautiful. So I don't know if this is going to be too big for Paula, but I think if it's too big for her, it's going to fit me perfectly. It's just not going to be oversized. So, and if not, then I can give to somebody. But I'm pretty happy. It's a nice, easy pattern. It takes a while because, the other thing is that in the way it's written is for you to do into pieces and then seam them together. First of all, I don't like to do into pieces. And then second, because the pattern is like you do purls and then you do knits. And then the pattern had the description, it was saying purl in the right side, knit on the wrong side. Knit on the right side, purl on the wrong side, or whatever. And I think that's confusing and annoying. So I'm doing it around, and then I look at the pattern, and I know I have to do purls or knit. As a matter of fact, I prefer the purls, but I don't have that many to do. But the texture is very nice. The other thing, this is a very soft yarn. This is my 75% blue-faced Leicester and 25% silk. And it's very soft, but because it has such a pattern, the pattern took a little bit of the softness. So if I see this and the other one, the other Norbu that I knitted, you can feel the difference in the fiber. But it's very nice, and she could wear it without anything under if she prefers like that, if it's for her. So this is my other work in progress. So I have 3 big work in progresses now that that I have to do. And that's pretty much it. 3 big ones and 2 small ones. Then I'm going to, not exactly purchases, but So this Portuguese podcaster, Mariana, from Mias Marias, she did a secret friend. And so my husband made bags, and I sent to two people in Portugal. And I got this from another podcast that is Maria João from Pontinhos ao Vento. And she made these crochet bags with, smell so good. What is that? Lavender, yeah. We love it. As a matter of fact, my husband has always been crazy for lavender, so I'm going to be nice to him because he's nice to me, and I'm going to give him two, and I'll keep two to put with his wool sweaters and two for mine. Really happy. We're both very happy. And she also did this, normally it's like a pen thing, but I'm thinking of putting my crochet needles in here. And the really nice thing is, I think, is the finishing. If you see, has her label. And then it's so well done. It's so cool. And the zipper, and you have some instructions there. So this was my first secret friend gift. So that was really nice. I was very happy. And of course she was very detailed and put everything in bags. And I also got a little written notice that I do love. And then Pontinhos ao Vento, Maria João, she's also celebrated 10 years of vlog or of podcast and stuff. So she went nuts and had a lot of work. So we sent her 10 skeins of leftover yarns that we had, sock yarn, and we are going to start knitting next week, on the 5th or 6th of December. It is the King's Day, when they arrive, when the three kings arrive to Jesus, baby Jesus. So I think it's the 6th or 5th of January, and that's when we are supposed to start knitting the bags. I think it's the 5th. So the socks. So we're going to knit the socks. We are supposed to knit with all of these skeins. So it was crazy because we shipped all our 10 little skeins for her, and then she separated by colors, and then she put them into bags and sent back to us. So that was pretty cool, and I have them in my first bag that I made. This one I made myself in Moscow, and they are here for me to start only on January 5th. So I'm dying to start this once. We are almost there. Then acquisitions. Oh, yeah, I still have spinning. So acquisitions, I bought this book. It's Wilderness Knits, and I love all the patterns that they have inside. So here you can see, and they are made normally with thick yarn, Norwegian yarn or Icelandic yarn. I don't have either. So yesterday I even started spinning a thicker yarn so that I could use. And I have some Knit Picks yarn that I think they are thick. I will check to see if I can start knitting them. They are so beautiful. And they should go considerably fast once you have everything dyed and ready to go, because they are thick yarns to wear outdoors. And here it's cold, right? So Also in acquisitions, I got myself, for my spinning wheel, a woolly winder. So, because now with my spinning wheel, I had just got the lace bobbins, and the thing with the lace bobbins is that they don't give me a big yarn, and I like big yarns because I like to have less things to weave in. And this is nice too, because when you are using the electric spinning wheel, it goes very fast. So I haven't tried them yet, but the cool thing is that it's going to keep the fiber going this way, so I don't have to worry of stopping and moving the leader here. It will move by itself. So I'm pretty happy. This is my Christmas gift. So I am pretty happy, and I do want to try it. So now spinning, and this is the last part. So I'm working on another special episode that is about cornmeal. So I have this in cornmeal, and cornmeal has always been something that I wanted to knit so much that my friend gave me the fleece, this fleece, because she knew I wanted to work with cornmeal. So she goes to the US more than I do, and cornmeal is a breed that you find more in the US. I don't even know if they have it in Canada. So, and we got our cornmeal in the Rhinebeck Festival 2019, but it was a small fleece. So I'm pretty happy, and let me see if I can get this here. So I have spun all this for my cornmeal fleece, and this one I blended with alpaca. And now I'm not sure if I'm going to do this. It will depend on the kind of sweater. I had a sweater in mind, then I bought this book. I don't know what I'm going to do. Also, this was cleaned like this, so lock by lock, and it's really nice. I could even spin from the lock, and I might, because I have cleaned a few. And then I decided to try doing the combing the fiber, and I think that it still keeps a little bit more dirt than cleaning lock by lock, but it's still very nice and soft. So I also saw a video from forgot her name, Rita Buchanan. And the impression that I had is that she combs every fiber she has, and then she cards them. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with this. If I'm going to blend with comb, instead of spinning from the top, comb it together with more alpaca, because I do have more alpaca, of this alpaca, and then spin it or not. But yeah, so I have three possibilities here. I can do this, that, or make this. So this, you can see the difference that I put some gray alpaca, and it's very clear how much gray it is in comparison to the cornmeal only. So this is some spinning that I spun everything that I had washed in the spring, and the leftover is what I washed now, and I still have to decide what I'm going to do before I start flying. This I'm spinning on my, so that I'm spinning on my Aura, because I do like this spinning wheel, but I think it's not as relaxing as the Aura. The Aura I can stop if I find a little thing or not. This one is go, go, go. So it's good, it goes faster, but it's not as relaxing. But maybe it's also because I'm not that used to it yet. And what I'm spinning here is Ashford Merino silk, 80% Merino and 20% Mulberry silk. I have bought a few of this, a few colors of this, and it's really nice. And one of the things that I like, because I did a big shawl with this fiber, but in a more in a different color, not red, more towards the pink. And the good thing is that because it's more or less the same, I started doing it, I ran out of yarn, I got more yarn, I spun more, I used it, I ran out again, and then I bought more yarn, and then I was able to finish my shawl. It's a big shawl. So now I did this, and my plan is I dyed some red yarn, red fiber, that I might do it together. I'm not 100% sure, but this is what I have spun, and this is not even a third of 1 pound. So I'm working on it, and let's see. Okay, the other thing I did is I had spun this a while ago, and this is a 3-ply, I guess. Yes. I had spun a different number of greens that I had crockpot dyed, and I decided to put them together. So now I have 7, because this is the same yarn, I think. Yes. 7 dyed, and they are 4 plies. We're not so sure about the final color. So I have been enjoying when I over dye with black that they come a darker color, and so I think I might do that with this, just to tone down a little bit, because it looks very vibrant. I don't know. But I definitely have enough here for a sweater. And I still have this one that I didn't take off the bobbin. And then I had leftovers that I didn't have the 4 colors anymore. So I did 3-ply, and this I'm definitely going to over dye with some other color, so that it's always clear to me that it's not the same fiber, because this is a 3-ply and that is a 4-ply. I think that's pretty much it. The weather has been crazy here in Canada. We had in a week minus 25 at night. Then the following week, like a few days later, we had 12 degrees Celsius. And then this week is again down. We're having minus 15, minus 20. My husband wanted to finish some filming at Algonquin Park. He wanted to film the visitor center. That's pretty cool. And he's making a video about it. And so we saw, because of this weather changes, there was no snow, but there were some lakes that were completely ice on the top, and that was pretty cool. And I hope you enjoy some of the videos here. Guess that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you all a great Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Holidays, so that you can enjoy some time with your family, that you all stay safe, but being happy together. Okay? Thank you very much for watching again. See you next year. Bye-bye.
The snow is falling, and it's getting colder now. Soon that time of year it will begin. The children playing, making angels in the snow. Grab the mistletoe, it's Christmas time again. When bells start ringing and the lights start glowing up, I get to thinking about my oldest friends. I'll hang some holly on the door when they come. It won't be long. It's Christmas time again. Let's spend the whole day chopping down a Christmas tree, stringing it with lights of white and red. Let's spend the whole day baking Christmas cookies and knitting Christmas stars for all our friends. This is the time of year when everyone can feel a joy and a longing deep within. It's Christmas time again. It's Christmas time again. If you put a kettle on, I will start a fire, and we can write our Christmas cards out in the den, saying, oh, how we love you, and we hope you're doing well. Drop it in the mail. It's Christmas time again. With lovers ice skating and snowmen on the lawn, there is that overwhelming feeling that you get. The church choir singing joy to the world. Let us listen to the words and not forget. This is the time of the year where everyone can feel a joy and a longing deep within. It's Christmas time again. It's Christmas time again. It's Christmas time again. It's Christmas time again.